I would ask him to take care of my crops and feed my animals, and so we took care of each other's farm. Keith broke up with me. Yeah, my sister is married to his brothers. Our kids are double cousins. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Kimberly and this is
Keith.
And today we kind of wanted to share our story about how we met. We've been married for 9 years, but we've been together for almost 14 years. In October it'll be 14 years. So yeah, it's been a while. It's crazy to say those words out loud, but anyways, so we thought we would take a trip down memory lane and give y'all our history. Starting back in 2009, we were seniors in high school, except for we lived 3.5 hours away. I lived in Bentonville, Arkansas, and Keith has lived in Heber his whole life. And my sister went to UCA, and when she was a sophomore, I think, she lived close to his brother. And my sister's Candace, and his middle brother is Seth. And they started dating when they were in college at UCA. And Candace invited me up for the weekend to go to Conway. And so I went up, and she said, hey, Seth asked if we wanted to go four-wheeling this weekend. And I was like, sure, I've never been four-wheeling before. Like I've been on a four-wheeler, but not like four-wheeling. And so we went to Heber, and at the time I was in a 2-year relationship in high school, and so like I wasn't thinking about anyone. So, but I saw Keith, and I was like, he's really cute. And and I ended up on the back of his four-wheeler because of course Candace and Seth were riding together, so I was on the back of his. And so when we were together, like the whole time I kept bringing up my ex-boyfriend at the time, just like, oh, my boyfriend. Oh yeah, my boyfriend likes blah blah blah, and like
Pretty sure that went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
And just like to let him know I have a boyfriend, and then also to remind myself that I had a boyfriend. But we had so much fun, and I totally remember being on the back of his four-wheeler and wrapping my arms around him to hold on, and I could feel him like looking down at my hands around his waist. So funny. But anyways, so that was a really fun day well, I don't think we stayed the weekend there, but a really fun day. And then of course I go back to Bentonville, and he stays in Heber. You know, we're seniors in high school. And I think maybe after that we became Facebook friends. Now this was 2009, so Facebook was different than it is now. And back then we both had something called Farmville. So if you had Facebook that long, you know what Farmville is. But anyways, Keith and I, we both had farms on Farmville, and so I would ask him to take care of my crops and feed my animals, and so we took care of each other's farm. And then over time I would go back to Candace's to hang out with her for the weekend, and then of course Keith would be there. And then oddly enough, my high school relationship actually ended up fizzling out, and I totally remember he and I broke up in a McDonald's parking lot. And as I'm like driving away, I stop at a stoplight, which, you know, whatever. And I text him and I say, we just broke up. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And then right after, he's like, well, you want to come in this weekend and go four-wheeling? And I'm like, heck yeah. And so I was sad for a second and then really happy again to be with Keith. But so a lot of our dating history was four-wheeling and being outside, and Keith introducing to me the country lifestyle, which I've loved and fell in love with Heber ever since. Now, flash forward to a few months. We were dating, and Candace and Seth were dating, so brothers and sisters. And then we all went to Colorado and like to Breckenridge, and that is where Seth proposed to my sister. And so that was really exciting and super awesome. But shortly after that, Keith broke up with me. So that became a little awkward for a few months. So December, we broke up. And then we weren't together. We were broken up for like 6 months. Didn't talk to each other. And then, or maybe 5 months, because Candace and Seth got married in May. So it was 5 months. But flash forward to the wedding. I think we kind of consider, because we had been talking for a little bit leading up to the wedding after seeing each other at Candace's bridal shower. So we kind of consider like early June our dating anniversary, because we've been together ever since then without any breakups. But anyway, so yeah, my sister is married to his brother. So brothers and sisters are married. So that's kind of a fun fact. And our kids are double cousins. And they have 3 boys and we have 3 boys. And Keith is one of 3 boys. So the Watson line is strong in this family. But anyway.
It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Not going anywhere. It is very strong. But it was really cool. I thought that we kind of got to know each other and grow up together, because I got to go to his football game. So I thought that was really cool that I got to see him play football and see him. At his school, he could play football and be in the band, which was crazy because that was like not allowed at my school. But he saw me graduate. I got to see him graduate. And then we went to college at UCA together. So that was really special. And that was, we got to really know each other because we were long distance for a long time. And so we got to be together when we were freshmen in college. And then, did you go the whole second year? No. But he lived in Conway. He lived with his brother. I lived in the dorm. And then the second year, I had an apartment in Conway, and he still lived with his brother. But we went to college for 2 years, and I graduated with like an associate's. So if I ever wanted to go back, I could pick up there. But and then I had decided that I wanted to be a cosmetologist, so I ended up moving back in with my dad in Bentonville. And then Keith and I did the long distance relationship again for 2 more years, something like that, a long time. And so finally. What year? 2013, because we got married in 14. So I think it was July something, 2013, we got engaged. I feel bad I don't remember the date, but I don't think you do either. It's on my time hop and it'll tell me. I'm like, oh, happy engagement anniversary. But yeah, we got married in 2014, and I moved out of my dad's and moved to Heber. And I've lived in Heber ever since. And we had a house on the Little Red River here in Heber that is now our Airbnb. And yeah, raising 3 little boys. And it's been a fun ride, huh?
Super fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a little background about us. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. And thanks for watching.